Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new location in this room. Actually, it's the second time that we're here in this channel, so welcome back. We are doing something very exciting in this video. We are going to be doing our very first monthly TBR on this channel. And what better way to do our monthly TBR than to do it based on this TBR prompt. I normally don't do monthly TBRs because I usually don't get through them, and also I'm a huge mood reader, so even though I do have a list of books that I want to read, because I'm a huge mood reader, I sometimes don't go by the list of books that I kind of set for that month and go by my gut feeling. So we're gonna see how this goes, how this monthly TBR goes, and maybe do it for a couple of months to see if monthly TBRs are for me. But if not, I still do seasonal TBRs. In this jar, we have a couple of different prompts. We have prompts from my book bingo. If you haven't seen my reading journal setup, I have a book bingo this year, and it's my first year doing a book bingo. I never really thought a book bingo would be for me because I don't read that many books, but seeing that last year I read 30 books, I think it's doable. I also don't want to put too much stress on my book bingo because I just want to have fun. I enjoy the action of just crossing something out. Although I probably won't finish the whole bingo card or even get a line, that's totally fine. We are just in it to have fun. And I also have unique prompts in here, heavily inspired by Emily from Emily's Book Leaf here on BookTube. So big shout out to Emily for providing all these unique prompts. A lot of them are from her channel. So I'll link one of her monthly TBR jar prompts video down in the description box below. There are some unique prompts. There are some book bingo prompts in here. So without further ado, let's get started. I am so excited. I've never done this before, and so we'll see what we get. I feel like a lot of them are kind of like stuck together. So we have our first one here, and I will show you all the prompt first. I think this is upside down. Okay, so here's the first one. So the first prompt is, if you woke up without pressing snooze, pick an ambitious read. If not, pick an easy read. So today I did wake up pressing snooze. So I will pick an easy read. I would say an easy read for me is a book that is not too long, and also maybe a book that is fast paced. So I do want to incorporate some of my books on my winter TBR. So what was on my winter TBR? I had the Fourth Wing series on my winter TBR, but this is definitely not I don't know if it's an easy read actually. I heard that Fourth Wing is easy to read, but it's so thick. So actually, this is like deja vu because I'm struggling to take out some of these books. Okay. This is one of the books on my winter TBR. This is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Let's see how many pages there are in here. Just under 500 pages. I don't know if this is going to be an easy read. I mean, writing-wise, it'd probably be an easy read, but being 500 pages long, I don't know if it's going to be an easy read. But it's going to be a contender, let's say. Another book. So maybe I'll put this up here. I hope everyone can see. The next contender. I mean, I guess I could finish the Caraval series. I don't remember if this is on my winter TBR. So this is the third and final book in the Caraval series trilogy. There's also a novella, which I definitely won't be able to read until I finish this, I think. It's pretty thick too, so I don't know if I should read this one either. I think this is an easy read. But since I am classifying an easy read as a short book, maybe I will hold off on this for now. So I also have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. My best friend has already read this and she thought this was good. She rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. And now I'm thinking whether I should read this as well now. I am very intrigued. In terms of the page count, it is 385 pages, which is not bad. It is on my winter TBR, so I will probably put this on the list as well. Let's turn this around to see if there's anything else that we want to read. Okay. Maybe Atmosphere, because I heard so many great things about Atmosphere and some of my friends are reading it currently. Oh, and it's not that long either. It's only 332 pages. This is going to be a contender for sure. So let's turn this around. I also have Divine Rivals as my winter TBR, but although the page count is not too crazy, it is 353 pages. I heard this is more of a lyrical read, and I feel like that's not really an easy read for me. So I'm going to hold off on this one for now. If I'm going to be completely honest, the book that popped in my head first when it came to an easy read was this one here, Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. First of all, it's very thin. And secondly, it is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, I believe. So it's just over 100 pages. So it is 111 pages long. These are the contenders that we have for an easy read. First, we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm thinking this is going to be an easy read in the sense that it is very fast-paced. So I heard many great things about it. I know my eldest sister read it and she said it was a page turner, but she does not think she's going to continue reading the books in the series. I heard really great things about it, so I am eager to read this, but the fact that it is 500 pages, I don't know if that's completely an easy read for me. The second contender is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Heard really great things about it. I'm kind of leaning towards this, so maybe Fourth Wing will be put away for now. The third contender is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Clearly there's two Taylor Jenkins Reid here, so is this a sign? I know I'll be picking this up in February because my friends are reading it and I just want to read it alongside with them. I mean, if I had to pick a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, I think I'm gonna lean towards The Seven Husbands before reading Atmosphere. That was the goal anyway, so I will put Atmosphere to the side. And finally, the third contender is Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. First of all, it is very short. It is 100 pages long. And secondly, it is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and I love fairy tale retellings. Between these two, I'm really leaning towards this one as an easy read, mainly because it has a shorter page count compared to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. For an easy read, we are gonna go with Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. I'm very excited about this one. Let's read the little blurb here. There's a princess trapped in a tower. This isn't her story. Meet Toadling. On the day of her birth, she was stolen from her family by the fairies, but she grew up safe and loved in the warm waters of fairyland. Once an adult, though, the Fae asked a favor of Toadling. Return to the human world and offer a blessing of protection to a newborn child. Simple, right? But nothing with fairies is ever simple. Centuries later, a knight approaches a towering wall of brambles, where the thorns are as thick as your arm and as sharp as swords. He's heard there's a curse here that needs breaking, but it's a curse Toadling will do anything to uphold. Wait. Now that I think about it, is this more of a Rapunzel retelling? Because there's a toad here. And I don't remember if Sleeping Beauty had a toad in it. I thought that was more of a Rapunzel thing. Actually, no, Rapunzel had a little lizard. I mean, if we were talking about Tangled. So I'm intrigued about this one. So that is our first book in our February TBR, Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. So I forgot to mention how many books I'm going to pick out in this TBR. So we're gonna pick out a total of 3 books. So that is the first book in our February TBR. So let's go with our second prompt. Ooh. This one is very thin, so let's open that up. POC author. Interesting. So the first one I thought of is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and I heard this is a King Arthur retelling. So I think it's also YA, but this is the start of a series. Ooh, I don't know. This will be my first contender because that's the first book I thought of for a POC author. Another POC author is R.F. Kuang. So it's The Poppy War. So this is one of the books on my 26 books for 2026. So I'm also knocking 2 birds with 1 stone here if I were to start The Poppy War. But I don't know if I'm ready to read The Poppy War yet. Okay, so we're just gonna hold on to these 2 books for now. What else do I have? Is Emiko Jean a POC author? I'm assuming she is. Hey Google, is Emiko Jean a POC author?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
We have Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. So I guess these three will be my contenders. So we have our first contender, Legendborn by Tracy Dion. Our second book, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. And Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jin. First off, I don't think I'm gonna pick this up. I'm not really gravitating towards a YA romance. I believe that's what this is. So I'm gonna put this back. Between Legendborn and The Poppy War. Now I know I should read The Poppy War because it is on my 26 books for 2026, but my gut feeling is telling me to pick up Legendborn. I don't know why I'm gravitating towards this one a little bit more. I'm also thinking that since I am in Freya's book club on Fable, what if she chose this as her February book of the month? And if so, that would be knocking 3 birds with 1 stone. Ooh, okay, now that sounds more intriguing. But I do want to read Legendborn as well. I'm gonna go with The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, only because, oh no, let's read the back of Legendborn to see if that intrigues me. So, some legacies are meant to be broken. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories or childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill seems like the perfect escape, until Bree witnesses a magic attack her very first night on campus, a flying demon feeding on human energies, a secret society of so-called Legendborn students that hunt the creatures down, and a mysterious teenage mage who calls himself a Merlin and who attempts and fails to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw. The mage's failure reveals Bree's own unique magic and a buried memory with a hidden connection. The night her mother died, another Merlin was at the hospital. Now that Bree knows there's more to her mother's death than what's on the police report, she'll do whatever it takes to find out the truth, even if that means infiltrating the Legendborn as one of their initiates. She recruits Nick, a self-exiled Legendborn with his own grudge against the group, and their reluctant partnership pulls them deeper into the society's secrets and closer to each other. But when the Legendborn reveals themselves as the descendants of King Arthur's knights and explain that a magical war is coming, Bree has to decide how far she'll go for the truth and whether she should use her magic to take the society down or join the fight. After reading that felt like a lot. After reading the back of the book for this one, I think I'm leaning towards The Poppy War. Only because I know this is just amazing, although I did hear that Legendborn is amazing as well. But the fact that this could be a potential Fable book club of the month for Freya's book club, and that it's on my 26 books for 2026, I am gonna go with The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So for this prompt POC author, we are gonna go with The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. The final book for our February TBR. Oh, I don't know if this is one. I think this is one. Okay. So, it says, check your phone battery. If above 50%, pick a book over 400 pages. If below 50%, pick a book under 300 pages. I'm filming on my phone, so I will be right back. So I had to stop filming to check my phone battery. So I am at 61% currently. Pick a book over 400 pages. Oh, well, first off, I do know that Fourth Wing is over 400 pages. This is like 498 pages. First contender of this prompt. What else is 400 pages? So we have, oh, we already have 2 fantasies here. I don't want to have another fantasy in here. Let's try a romance. So let's see how much Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez has in terms of page count. 353, not possible. Okay. Ooh, what if I try a sci-fi? So this is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And how many pages? 340. Okay, this feels thick. Let's see how many pages there are here. 435. Oh, so it is over 400 pages. So this is False Witness by Karen Slaughter. This is a thriller that my eldest sister recommended for one of her books to read. So I guess this could be a contender, even though I'm not really feeling a thriller, but let's just put it in here for now. I mean, I did say not to go for fantasy. Clearly, I'm more of a fantasy reader, so romantasy, urban fantasy, anything with the fantasy in it. But I can't help but pick this up. Finale by Stephanie Garber. This feels like it's over 400 pages, so 470 pages. It could be a contender. I do want to finish this series so that I can go on to Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy that I have been talking about nonstop since I started this channel. I think this is also on my winter TBR, so that would be great. This is screaming at me. How many pages is A Court of Thorns and Roses? This is also on my 26 books for 2026. Is this the time to open this wrapping just to see how many pages there are in here? Hey Google, how many pages is A Court of Thorns and Roses?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Never mind. It's time to open this to see how many pages there are for A Court of Thorns and Roses. If it's not over 400 pages, then if I don't pick up this book, I have opened this for no reason. Please at least be a contender. 416 pages. So this could be a contender. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I mean, I don't really have any books that are romance novels that are over 400 pages. Let's try The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I feel like it's around 364. What if I read a TJ Klune book? It's been a while since I read his books. 373. Maybe Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson? Maybe? Let's see. 365 pages. I think I'm done looking for books that are over 400 pages. And I think I have a pretty big selection here. The first one is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. We have False Witness by Karen Slaughter. Third, we have Finale by Stephanie Garber. And finally, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So first off, I'm not really feeling a thriller at the moment, so we're going to put away False Witness by Karen Slaughter. Now, out of these three books, so I'm not going to read A Court of Thorns and Roses, mainly because these two books are screaming to me at the moment. And this is not on any TBR list. I mean, it is on my 26 books for 2026. Let's put it here for now, and let's take a look at these two books. So Fourth Wing is on my winter TBR. It's also on my 26 books for 2026. And it's also the second time that it's popped up on this video. So maybe, but I do want to finish the Caraval trilogy, finish off a series. Should I? Am I ready to go? You know what? I just look at the cover of this book and there's a heart. And we have Valentine's Day in February. So maybe I'm gonna go with Finale by Stephanie Garber. That was kind of easy. So for a book that is over 400 pages, we are gonna go with Finale by Stephanie Garber. So these three books are going to be the books that I will read in the month of February. And hopefully I can get to them. I mean, I can see myself finishing this book in one day, so that should be fine. These two are kind of ambitious for me, but we'll see how that goes. These are the books on my February TBR based on this TBR prompt jar. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.